Hello butterflies, welcome to the video. We are T-minus 2 days out from me doing my 30 days of reduce and showing you everything that I'm going to be doing. And today is prep day. I've already had a look through my pantry, my freezer, my refrigerator to see what kind of things I'm going to need for the first 7 to 14 days. And I've made a quick list and we're going to go ahead and head out. But since I still have 2 days left, you know your queen butterfly's got to go to Starbucks, and I'm going to have a special treat that I found out about just a couple weeks ago. I'll show you guys what it is. Just know I won't be able to have this at all on reduce phase, so it's the last time I get to have it. Let's go see what that is. I have one of my big half-gallon hydro flasks in the back of my car, in the trunk of the car, and every time I turn or stop or start, I can hear that thing banging around in the boot of my car. I don't know if you guys think that's super annoying when you leave something in the car and every time you turn around it's banging it, but it's like one of my pet peeves. I think I have a touch of OCD. It's literally driving me crazy. Part of me wants to stop by my house and drop it off, but I'm too far away. I gotta figure out somewhere else to put it, but just some random thought. For this challenge, I'm probably not going to use that flask. It's kind of big. I'm gonna use one of my 40-ounce ones instead. That's one of my tips for my private clients. It would be one of my tips for you. Make sure you've always got water with you. You don't have to use something like a hydro flask. Just regular bottle is totally fine. But I personally like for my water to be cold and to stay cold, and this works for me. So my current bottle is actually in my big old purse that you guys saw in the previous clip. It's one of the reasons I like to carry that big bag. It just lets me put a lot of my reduce necessities in it, and nobody knows it's just, you know, some big pretty bag. But I have got to, mental note, put that stupid hydro flask back in my house and get it out of the trunk of my car. Okay, I'm back in the car. This is what I got. This is the Nitro Cold Brew with sweet cream. It's a tall. This is because on the website it says that it's 70 calories, so I think what they're using is whipped cream. It's their Starbucks' whipped cream, which one serving of it has 1 gram of sugar. It's mostly fat. So for maintenance, it's relatively safe, but certainly not something that I can have on reduce. And even though it says 70 calories in a grande, I don't necessarily trust it, so I usually just get a tall. I was also excited to show you me sipping it for the first time because it gives you a little tiny shock on your lip when you sip it for the first time. And before I had experienced it, that totally freaked me out. Like, my friend recorded it. I'll put like a small clip of me reacting to it. I actually jump. You can see me jump. Just so you know, apparently when you have the Nitro Cold Brew, it shocks you. It gives you like a little bit of a on your lip. And I am one of those people that have, not anxiety, but certain things bother me. The thought of getting shocked on my lip bothers me so much that I don't want to drink this coffee. Therefore, my best friend holding the camera bought one for me and is making me try it on camera. So we're gonna get ready to try it. Yeah, you can totally see the anxiety. I really don't want to do it. Oh God, I don't want to do it.
It's quick.
It does. It like totally goes. Did I react? But true to form, this particular Starbucks, I don't know, it didn't happen. So I'm not going to use that footage because it's just me taking a sip of coffee. Now it's time to go ahead and go. I actually have to go a couple places today. Obviously, I have to go get things that I'm going to be eating or using for prep or whatever for the next couple weeks, but I also have to get Kuna some food, and I get it at Petco. And I don't think Petco opens until 10 o'clock on Sunday, so I'm in a bit of conundrum trying to figure out what I can do until then, because I want the grocery store to be the last stop, obviously, because it'll have perishable items. And even though we are now fully into fall and it's cooler, I just don't like the idea that food's sitting in the car. So while I think of something to do, you hang out and I will check you out in the next clip. I still have about 5 minutes, so I thought while I'm waiting, I'm going to enter my Nitro Cold Brew into my FitnessPal account, and I thought I would go ahead and show you that in case you're unfamiliar with my FitnessPal or you're not sure how to enter it. For the 30 days that I'm going to be doing my Monarch phase, I'm going to be using my FitnessPal to track my progress, so this is a good time to introduce you to the app and show you how easy it is to work with. Okay, so here we are on the home screen. There's my app right there. I use the free version. I encourage you to use the free version as well. You don't need to do the premium in order to do my program or to log your calories. Both the Apple and the Android do have this blue plus sign where you can add your food. The Android app looks just a little bit different than the Apple one, so I'm going to try to keep it consistent so that you guys can do this with me. I'm just going to hit that blue plus sign. I'm going to hit food. It will then give you a drop-down menu of which meal do you want to put your item in. I always put my coffee in my snacks category, so we're going to hit snacks. Now, because I've used this for so long, you can see that there's all these things listed. These are all the things that I've put recently in the past in the snacks category. So normally I'll get like an Americano. That's my go-to. Let's see if we can find the Starbucks. So I'm just starting out by writing Starbucks. Now I want to show you guys something. You can see here it says pumpkin spice cream Nitro Brew. I just tried the Nitro Brew a couple weeks ago when I went up to Utah and to a cabin, hung out with my family, and I looked up the pumpkin cream Nitro Cold Brew but couldn't find it. All I could find was the sweet cream one, and it said 70 calories. So I figured the pumpkin cream was probably comparable, and so I had not one but two that weekend. I had one going up the mountain, and then I had one coming down the mountain. It wasn't until I got back home and had access to my own internet that I started looking on Starbucks' actual website to see if I could find the nutrition information for the pumpkin cream. Look at the difference. Can you see that that says 250? And then if you hit that entry, it'll give you a breakdown of that specific food. So it'll show you all kinds of things. One of the things I want you guys to see is the sugar. The sugar in that pumpkin cream nitro is 31 grams. You guys, that's a day and a half of sugar in a medium beverage. Okay, when I actually found out the real nutrition information for the pumpkin cream cold brew, I almost dropped my phone and I think I exclaimed out loud. I did one of those, oh my God, you know, I was so upset. So needless to say, that was and probably will be the last time I have a pumpkin cream nitro cold brew. So we're just going to back out of that. So I don't have this one. So we're going to put in Starbucks. And then I'm just going to type in Nitro. Yeah, see, the only thing that comes up in my history is that one. So just know that's just the history, right? Nitro Cold Brew. And then what I'm going to say is sweet cream. And that should help me pull up the sweet cream one. Bam. So this is the search results, right? And you can see, so look, see, it says, the first one says grande is 70, and then down here it says tall is also 70. So maybe they put the same amount of cream in both. There's no green check mark next to anything, so none of these are verified. But I'm gonna go with that tall. And then once I select the tall, it's letting me look at the breakdown of that food completely. So I can look at all of the breakdown of the nutrients. You can see here, the sugar's only 4 grams, quite a bit better than 31. You can also see the percentage of calories coming from each macronutrient. So we can see there's 29% coming from carbs, 5 grams or 65% coming from fat, 1 gram or 6% coming from protein. A little high in carb and sugar for my liking, but overall for the day, not bad. Certainly not something I will be doing during my reduce phase. But if I'm happy with all of that information, then I just have to click that check mark in the upper right, which I'm going to. And then there it is. So now you can see, and it is the only thing I've had so far today. And it is now after 10. and we're gonna go ahead and head into Petco. But that's how easy it is. And now this will remember that cold brew if I ever have it again. It's in my history. It'll be much easier to find and much easier to add. Just know if you want to delete something, you're just gonna swipe it like that. You would hit the delete and it would go away. Hello, my butterflies. Okay, we are back in the kitchen, fresh from all the grocery store shopping, and I'm going to show you everything that I got for the first 7 to 10 days of the 30-day reduce phase, going from left side of your screen to the right. I think that's right. Over here, here's that 64-ounce hydro flask that I complained about in a previous clip that I had to get out of my trunk. So there's that. And this is the Nitro Brew that I bought earlier. There's still some left, but true to form with me, I don't like sweet drinks a whole lot. I got about this much down, and I'm probably going to get rid of the rest of it. So I'm going to put it in the sink for right now because Kuna is wandering around. You can see his tail's right there, and he'll probably get in the shot or get in the way, and I don't want him to knock it down. And there he is. This bag right here, the one all the way to the right, this is all of Kuna's stuff, right? So this is his dry food and his wet food and a couple of feathers. We don't need to see that anymore, so I'm just gonna put that down. The green bag here on the left, this is what I got out of Whole Foods. The white bag here, this is what I got out of the regular grocery store. I'm gonna bring the camera over here to me so that you can see everything as I unpack it. I thought I would show you everything that I currently have for the 4 categories of the Monarch phase, just so you know what I'm starting out with. For category A, which is the protein category, there's the grass-fed ground beef, there's the eggs, these are the chicken breasts. So as you can see, I don't always buy it from Whole Foods. Sometimes I do just buy it from a conventional market. I have sausage here, 2 flavors, the sage and the maple, and I also have tuna. So I have 2 different kinds of tuna. It's tuna packed in water. This is just tuna packed in water. This one has a bold flavor, a spicy flavor, which is the jalapeno. So for right now, that's everything I have for category A. For category B, really all I really try to eat are foods from the Powerhouse 5 when I'm on reduce. So that's a pro tip. Accelerated results, although this is lettuce. I'll eat things like green beans, and I'll eat spinach, and I'll eat beet greens, and I'll talk to you later about how I get beet greens, and I'll eat asparagus. Those are the ones that I try to focus on during reduce phase. So you notice they're all green, they're leafy, and most of them, with the exception of the lettuce, have a better micronutrient profile. Category C, which is the dairy category, healthy fat category. Oh, I forgot one. Hold on. So, starting from the front, sour cream. Then I have the 2 cheeses that I talked about that I purchased today. I also have ghee, which is a clarified butter. I have the Kerrygold grass-fed pure Irish butter. There's the Philadelphia cream cheese that I talked about. There's the feta cheese. There's heavy whipping cream, and then I'll use coconut milk. Now just know, out of all of these selections in category C, this one here is the one I use the absolute least. If I am gonna use it, I usually use it to make a cheese sauce, but personally I'd rather use the heavy whipping cream. But that's the main reason I use it, and I very, very seldom use it, if at all, but I did want to show you that I do have it on hand. Category D for right now, the only things that I have are the pistachios and the avocado. Again, you're only eating category D once a day. So this right here is about 4 days worth. This is probably going to be 2 to 3. So this is actually a week's worth of category D right here. So that is everything that I have on hand right now for the upcoming reduce phase. So that is it for the shopping and the prep situation as far as the food goes. I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.